10 years ago, we lived through some of the most intense paranormal activity imaginable. That led us to research haunted locations to capture evidence proving the existence of supernatural beings.
Okay, can you, both classes, you're gonna leave tonight.
And help our families being tormented as we
once
were.
kids alone too.
And what we discovered is that the South Coast is wickedly haunted.
That was incredible. That's what I'm talking about. That's proof.
Hi, welcome to Bedford,
Wickedly haunted.
On a Bedford Guide. My name is Marissa.
And I'm Todd, and we have an awesome episode for you tonight. We're going to be finishing up our series on Rolling Hills Asylum in East Bethany, New York. Before we get into the show, we're going to run a clip. Marissa and I were going through our evidence, finishing up tonight's episode, which is about this crazy room at the end of the tunnel system in the building. And we were going through our pictures, and we came across some insane pictures that we took in this building. We can't believe what we captured. We'll get into some of the strange phenomenon that we experienced so we can wrap this whole thing up in a nice package. But first, let's run this quick clip that we call Picture Day at Rolling Hills Asylum. Let it rip. At Rolling Hills Asylum, Marissa and I took a ton of pictures inside and out in an effort to catch as much activity of paranormal phenomenon as possible on camera. When going through some of these pictures this week, we came across some of the best pictures of apparitions we have ever taken at any location, period, bar none. In this first picture, which was taken directly across from the morgue below the building, you can see coming out of this doorway a man peeking out at us. You can see an apparition head. He almost looks like Michael Myers from the Halloween movies, if you ask me. In the second picture, which was taken in the vortex room, you can see a man's head right at the top of that arrow. He kind of looks like an 80s glam rocker. Maybe he was the lost member of the band Kiss. We're not sure, but really just a completely awesome picture. You're going to see it enlarged here. It may even be a woman. You can see, almost creepiest is the fact that there is almost no mouth there, but you can see the hair, the face. It almost looks shiny. One of our best captures ever. In this picture, that same face, this is the next picture in the sequence, has now moved, and oddly enough, you can't see the top part of the face, but you can see the bottom half, which was obscured before, and the mouth and nose are clearly visible. You can even see teeth there in the open mouth. The face looks really distorted in that window, but you can see that the head is now gone next to the camera. In this picture, nothing paranormal is in it, but what I'm showing you this for is because I took the next set of pictures from this exact location. Marissa was sitting directly across from me at this weird old like secretary's desk. And what she didn't realize at the time, and what that arrow is pointing to, is there is a full-bodied, full-color apparition walking in the room behind her. As you're going to see in this blow-up, you can see detail, even in ear, like the full detail of the ear there. Now, that is not a person. Marissa is sitting down. Marissa is short to begin with, and that room is completely pitch dark. The person to be walking through that room right there would have to be 2 feet tall to be in that window like that. In this next picture, you can see that not only has the shape moved to between those windows, but now the lamp is visible in the glass, where a second ago it was not. That is not Marissa's reflection in that picture right there, as the glass is slightly tilted open. For some reason, Marissa's reflection does not show up in any of these pictures. In this last picture, you can see that the lamp is slightly dim now, which is really odd, and that apparition is completely gone. We never saw anybody walk by. I was standing directly across. I would have noticed a person walking by. But what you can see in the corner is this really freaky apparition face staring directly at Marissa with its eyes wide open. Is this the woman who just walked by? Your guess is as good as ours. I hope you like these pictures. Now let's get ready for the video evidence clips. So in that picture, I was standing up against that board, as I mentioned, with all like the names of the rooms and the hydrotherapy and the electroshock and all the freaky things they did to the patients there. They call them inmates, actually. And I took out, I think it was just a phone camera. Yeah. And I started taking pictures of Marissa just as like goofy pictures, not as paranormal pictures. When we looked and we saw that thing in the corner and realized it was a head, and then we realized Marissa's sitting down. That window was like the old like secretary's window in the infirmary, I believe. And it was just to open up, I believe, for the secretary or whoever, the receptionist, to talk to somebody in the other room. So to be walking by that window, you would have to be this tall because Marissa's sitting down and the head, I believe, is below her head. What's really strange is in the first picture, there is no reflection of the lamp. Okay. In the second picture, that's not Marissa's reflection. Marissa's reflection never appears in it, but all of a sudden you can see the lamp. And then in the third picture, the lamp is really like dimmed out and you can see that weird face down in the corner, like staring up at her. We don't know if that was the same apparition, but I was taking those pictures. We stood there for a few minutes. I would have seen somebody walking in the pitch dark through the neighboring room either way. Like nobody's walking through that room in Rolling Hills Asylum in the pitch dark. A live person anyway, and really there was almost nobody there anyway. The owner and the owner had just like gone to get the keys to the outhouse, the padlock, so nobody was even in that part of the building. So really awesome pictures. We came across so many strange pictures, so much strange phenomena in that building. Now before we get to the video evidence, I know everybody loves the video evidence. We just want to mention, as always, if anybody needs help with a paranormal problem, if you're experiencing strange phenomena and you need help, Marissa and I don't judge, we don't charge, we just help. We will come to your house and help you. We will validate if haunting's going on. If there's something negative there, we can cleanse the house. We do that free of charge. We don't have to give your name or location on the show. We do it more to help because we've lived through it twice. We know what it's like, and we could never find help the first time we went through it. We were not paranormal investigators at the time, and we just offer help. You can go to our website, relativelyparanormal.com. Nice and easy. There's a booking form at the end of it. Or you can just email us at relativelyparanormal@gmail.com if that's easier for you.
Don't be shy. We love doing it, so we'd be more than happy to come out.
The website also has a lot of great videos. Every episode of Wickedly Haunted is on New Bedford Guide. We also posted on our website. There's a video player. We make videos, full investigation videos when we're done with the Wickedly Haunted portion, where it's just evidence and we add in some extra clips that you haven't seen. There's a video player with that on it. We make clips with some of our best evidence clips. Those are on it. We put all of our best picture evidence on there. There's over 100 pictures on there of strange things like you just saw caught on there. So relativelyparanormal.com. We also have a public Facebook group that we interact with a lot of folks on. Also Relatively Paranormal. Now, Rolling Hills Asylum. We're wrapping it up tonight. We experienced everything under the sun paranormal that you can imagine there. I mean, everything from noises, footsteps, bangs, spirit orbs like you couldn't believe. We've captured full apparitions on video and picture now that you've seen. Shadow people, everything. SLS figures that lasted 20 minutes. Human spirits, demons, like they were everywhere. Everywhere we went, we felt surrounded. Every room we went by, it felt like somebody was looking at you through the doorway. There was hundreds of rooms. And this last portion, we've now left the morgue. We're in deeper into the tunnel system. And what you're about to see with us getting into this part of the tunnel system, it's a pretty freaky place.
Yeah, it's definitely creepy.
Marissa led the way, as brave as she is, because she had the camera mount. I was lugging around about 200 pounds of gear on my back. And why don't you tell them what that was like?
It was frightening because it was black. It was black. Yeah, I just couldn't see a thing. I didn't know where I was going. We didn't have a map. We didn't know where we were going. I saw a sign that said, tunnel area. I'm like, let's go. So we just walked and walked until we could finally find
We like the quietest parts of any building, as far away from the road as possible, as far away from the owner as possible.
Yeah.
We didn't want any sort of noise contamination at all. Now, in this room, it was pitch black beyond belief. Once we set up, we couldn't see a thing. You'll even see in the video, we make a comment. And what I have to go over, as always, Marissa and I are here to present you with paranormal evidence that we have captured. We will give you our opinion. But at the end of the day, it's up to you, the viewer, to decide what you think is paranormal or not. Okay, we're not trying to shove the evidence down your throat. We'll tell you what we think. That's our job, okay? We'll tell you what our theories are, but nobody knows everything about the paranormal, and anyone who says they do is a liar. In this video, in this portion, it was very dirty and dusty on the floor. There is a lot of dust moving around.
Yeah.
The dust looks like snow. It has no shape to it. It is closest to the camera because the camera doesn't pick it up far away. It picks it up real close to the lens. If I kicked it up, Marissa kicked it up. We tried not to, but it was very hot. In the pitch dark, you're shuffling your feet. You're not picking them up. In this room, there was little kids' toys everywhere because there's supposedly a ghost of a young boy in there. And I trip over them like 100 times. Listen, it's hard looking through a little tiny screen and walking around with pitch black. So you need to decide what is spirit orbs and what is not. A spirit orb, in our opinion, is the perfectly circular, flashing, self-lit, intelligently moving orbs. They rocket across the screen. They shoot up. They stop in midair, change direction, boomerang around. They do a lot of weird things. Okay, those are spirit energy orbs. We've asked them before. That is how they move around. It is a fact. So you can decide what you think is a spirit orb. But we also came across was two phenomena that we do not see a lot of, hardly any. One was mist. You will see weird, strange mists flying all over the place in this.
Many.
Okay, yes, and they are no doubters, mist. And the other thing is EVPs, or electronic voice phenomenon. What that is spirit voices that Marissa and I do not hear at the time. They are captured on our video recorders, our video cameras. We do try a session, which is where you sit real quiet with a digital voice recorder.
But we didn't need it, as it turns out.
Yeah, the funny thing is during that session, we captured more on the camera's audio than that. But we normally will catch maybe one or two in investigation, okay? We literally catch 20 or 30 during this portion of the investigation. It was flooring, and these aren't scratchy voices that you can hardly hear. These are full voices, what we call Class A EVPs. We call them Class A plus EVPs, some of these, and you're going to be blown away by what you hear. We heard a lot of disembodied screaming in voices. You'll hear us comment about it.
Oh, yeah. We heard a lot of noises, voices.
Footsteps all around us, banging. You will hear us mention it several times. And craziest of all is the hallway we come down to enter the room. We heard movement out in that hallway the whole time. And we repeatedly go out there and there's nobody there.
Out, and then I run out. I'm like, what? There's nobody out there? There's nobody out there. It's looking down the hallway, and people looking everywhere. They even said, the spirits even said, investigating, because I run out there, and I was like.
So let's run the videos though. Let's let them. Let's run the first clip, and then we'll talk some more. One thing before we start, comment. Any questions, any comments, we will get to them after each video clip. Please interact with us. That's what we're here for. Let's have fun. Let's learn about the paranormal. Let's run that first video clip.
This is the tunnel. Yes, the tunnel.
Let's finish down here.
Here we go. The tunnel. Let me get in front.
Oh, yeah.
Finally, after wandering around for what seemed like a very long time, Marissa and I found our way into the deepest, darkest depths of Rolling Hills Asylum, the tunnel system. And at the end of this tunnel, we found perhaps the scariest room in the entire building. This nondescript room filled with children's toys is supposed to be haunted by a spirit named Jack. But in our experience and research, we know that often negative entities and demons take the guise of a child so their innocence can catch you off guard.
Perfect. Hi. Hello. Hi, I'm Marissa.
I'm Todd. Hang out. Let's get it set up. There are so many spirit orbs and other manifestations in this room during our setup investigation. I will leave it up to you, the viewer, to decide what you think is dust and what you think is paranormal.
Look at that. Huh? What do you mean? Because we've been doing that. Huh? What do you mean? We don't think we need to switch the batteries in that light?
Watch the strange skinny mist manifest behind Marissa and disappear into the far wall.
I can. Let's get everything going.
If it's the last spot, it doesn't matter, because we'll just use the light from here. It'll pick up light from there.
But we're not going to be using the same direction.
In the slow motion replay, it appears as though the same mist now goes up and then comes back across the screen from right to left.
There you go. There's some energy for you there. I'm going to put another EM pump next to it right there, another power plant. There you go. Shit. So I got here, what is that? Oh, okay. Get this top. The SLS is about to die, so we need to get things started first before I turn it on for real. Okay. Yeah. My blood sugar is pretty low, I think.
In the super slow replay, you can see what appears to be a mist manifesting and disappearing, followed by all sorts of incredible orbs and mist shooting across the screen left and right. The activity is starting to explode in this room.
I'm so dissatisfied.
Alright. Hi.
I'm going to be only an hour. I'm going to be only an hour.
Where's the other SLS? I want them all on and popping. Here we go. This and this. Every time I turn on the static detector, it Alright, there's nothing down here. Tons of energy down here. I know you had to use one of these. See, EMF detector right here. You touch this blue box in my hand and make the lights go off. So, feel free to do that. Put that right over here for you. That's a fun toy to play with. Oh, someone touched the static detector, I think.
It did?
Well, it's on. It's off now.
Not only does a strange mist-like anomaly come out from behind Marissa that looks like an arm, but the orb above it seems to mimic its movement, followed by a huge mist floating by at the end, which we think is the same apparition.
Shut the lights off on the lights in there. I can grab a seat. Let's do a quick EEG session. It's going to be a creep show. Watch this. Watch this. Ooh. We are in the pitch black. It's pretty damn loud.
As we sat down, a mist flies up towards the ceiling.
To know where we are. Oh, an orb, an awesome orb. Straight over.
Something with a red light on it that we can hear your voice if you yell really loud. What? Obama? You like the ex-president? That was weird. Okay, thanks. Who's down here with us? Do you like the energy? Was that you? You just made that footstep?
Are you glad that we're here?
Let's go, let's
Alright, we'll try another one.
Let's sit down like this. You got the camera. Shut the lights off on my camera. Shut the lights What was that? Did you hear that?
I don't know.
Okay, so that's another option behind us. Okay, so that's another option behind us. Okay.
While we are listening to these EVPs, unbeknownst to us, this insane arm from a shadow figure is popping out behind us in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Here it is again in slow-mo, enlarged. As you can see at the end, it looks like it's actually trying to grab us.
Yeah, you think? Obama? You like the ex-president? That was weird. Come here with us. Come here with us. You like the energy?
What in the crazy world? What in the crazy world?
Wow. So those voices that you're hearing, even though we're listening to the voice recorder after the EVP session, the voices are on the video camera. So we're not hearing them. We didn't hear those till in review, and I couldn't believe it when I was listening to that over here with headphones on, and I'm hearing these crazy voices like that. I heard her, the scream, like some of that stuff we didn't hear live. We did hear the female screaming in the hallway though, and that's actually one of the claims there. They have a woman called the Screaming Woman that they don't know who she is, but they get that disembodied scream all the time. So it's pretty awesome that we ended up catching it while we were there, because it was loud. You could even hear us. I'm like, what was that? And you know, Marissa doesn't know, but that happens repeatedly with noises in that hallway, especially and around the building. It's crazy. When we were sitting there doing that EVP session, it was probably, I don't want to say it was scary, but it was uncomfortable to have your back to that huge room in the pitch black. You don't know what's behind you in there. You don't know what's in front of you. I couldn't see this far in front of my face. So I should have shut off the camera so that you could see. I hope a lot of those orbs and mists are coming through on the video. I could see them pretty good when I was making it, but we film in 4K. So I hope they're coming through, because some of those are pretty incredible, especially the detached arm that comes out behind Marissa. I wish I would have saw it live.
No.
It doesn't have a body. It's clearly an arm. The hand opens up when it gives us the peace sign, I think, at the end. And that shadow arm Marissa found the other night reviewing footage. I hope you saw that, because that is crazy. It looks like it's trying to grab at somebody, and it is massive.
Yeah.
It's massive. And when that comes out, Marissa and I are on the other side of the room, and the IR light is hitting us and casting a shadow on the completely other side of the room. So that is not us, nor would we'd be trying to grab from that corner. We'd have to be hiding behind that curtain. It comes up behind that weird curtain. So when we were in there, I had a feeling we were going to catch really awesome stuff, and thank God we did. Now, before we get to the next video, I just want to mention that we are currently looking for sponsors for the show. The advertising is extremely reasonable. I think as low as like $87 a week for a video ad. So if you're interested in advertising with our show, you can contact Mike through New Bedford Guide, or you can contact us at relativelyparanormal@gmail.com, and we will get you in touch with him. And that way you can set up the advertising and help us go to haunted locations and travel to these places that charge for us to go there. We have to drive there, stay in hotels, all that good stuff. We're not complaining. We love doing it. We don't mind paying for it, but we want to go to the best places and bring you the best paranormal evidence possible. So please, if you can help us out, if you want a business, we can be mutually beneficial. Now, let's get on to the second video. And again, the EVPs just keep coming. They get crazier. And there is stuff flying all over that room that is not dust. There is a lot of dust. We mention it repeatedly. We only want to bring you paranormal evidence. We are very, very strict about what we show you. Okay, any picture that was borderline, we threw out to Marissa's chagrin, because She finds a lot of crazy stuff, but if I don't think it's like, wow, like somebody can see it right away and know what we're talking about, you know, I won't use it.
Listen, I'm just gonna have Marissa's separate page of paranormal evidence.
She's not trying to put out stuff that's not paranormal. It's just stuff that we understand what it is, but you know, you kind of have to look at it, you know, with educated eyes to know. I mean, all right. But anyway, so let's roll the third video here, and again, comment, and we will get to your comments after the video plays, and we do a quick analysis. Again, please interact. We want to talk to you. Any questions, any comments, put them in there, and let's roll this next video.
Are you glad that we're here?
I do. So we're going to give you a way to communicate with us. Okay, sorry, flashlight you. So what I'm going to do is put these flashlights over here. These blue sticks, you just twist the end, and it will allow you to communicate with us. Oh, is that you? Oh,
just go ahead.
Okay, can you do that again? Can you do that again?
Yeah, you gotta turn around or something, because I'm just getting your back again.
It's a, look, it's a 0.5, 0.4. You're gonna go higher. Grab it over here where the arrows are. Right here. I'm gonna twist this stick right here. All you have to do is twist the end and make the light shut off. Twist the end. There, turn it. Turn it. If that was you, please turn that back off. Make your presence known, turn that back off. How's that?
Notice how the screen darkens as this mist floats across, and then on the right-hand side, a white anomaly forms and moves off camera, slowly dissolving as it does.
If I stand too close to
Go ahead. Make your presence known, turn that light on. Just the other way.
Can you shut the light off for us? Let us know that you're really here? Sam? Is that your name? Sam? Is that your name? Oh, Sand, I'm sorry. Could you try, are you here with us?
That's just a gateway?
Gateway, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's a crazy orb. Don't move, Todd. Don't move.
Don't move.
Just don't move. When I say don't move, I meant don't move. Can you show yourself to me? Did you hear that?
Yes. What's that?
Whoa, they turned on the other flashlight over here.
Is that it on?
Yeah, thank you so much. Great job. So whoa, there are a few people here. So my name is Marissa and this is Todd. And we drove from Massachusetts to come and see you. Hi.
Hi, that's awesome. Thank you.
Is your name Jack?
Use the lights.
If you could, turn the light on if your name is Jack. Inside. Does it feel good? Oh. The EMF is going up and up and up and up. 0.4. Yeah, I did. 0.3, 0.2, 0.10. Yeah, it's very difficult to read, but... Oh, thank you for turning the light on.
An anomaly of some sort moves in the background behind everything else. This is not a lens flare.
Are you over here with me? Walking around? That thing's spiking up to, look at, thing's spiking up to 1.0.
Really?
Yeah, all by itself. Is that you touching the EMF meter?
A really white anomaly floats up past me. I get crazy noises everywhere, banging. I can't believe it. I can't believe this.
It rolls just shot up the face.
It's on the lake. There's 6 spirits down here. What was that?
What was that? What was that?
What was that? A definite noise behind us? Watch out, there's a camera right in front of you that you flashlight on. Right there on the floor.
Oh, yeah, you know.
Did you just make that? Did you just make that noise over there? It's a step. It's a step. I kid you not. The palace of step. It's a step. That was a loud footstep. Did you make that footstep? Is that you? Oh, look, that's going on now. Make that go up again? Was that you who made the footstep? Make that go up. There it is, it says step. Did you make that step?
Let me see. Look, that's what I'm doing, checking everything out. Oh my god! Why didn't we look at this?
And the EMF detector was on here because there's something on it.
Oh, it's such a mapped out.
2 sponsors.
All right. Marissa said we should get Monster Energy drinks to sponsor us.
Forever drinking these.
Yeah, well, when you're up late at night, running around haunted locations in the pitch dark, it helps to have some energy. Even though we're nighttime people, hey, why not? So as you can see, the noises continued. Every time we looked through a camera lens, there was something weird flying by or happening. And that noise that we heard, I don't know what that was. Marissa says that it sounds like somebody sniffling. We heard it live, and I didn't know what the heck it was. I think at the time I thought it was something hissing at us.
Yeah.
It's a really strange noise, but that is not us. We are standing dead still. Nobody's making any noises. We both heard it with our own ears.
Whatever it is, it's like right up on the mic. You know, like because you hear.
Oh, it's loud, yeah.
It's very loud.
And just so you know, those the EVPs, the spirit voices that you're hearing, because their voices are at such a low frequency, like those EVPs, when I'm looking at the sound graph on my videos, they're tiny. There's like no spike to it at all. And they're screaming into the microphone in order to make that happen. So even though it doesn't sound loud to you, me, or Marissa, they're screaming into the microphone. And that's why sometimes when they break through the veil between our world and theirs, it comes through loud. It's like it comes across as a disembodied voice, which is a voice we hear with our own ears. And I think when they're able to break through, it just comes across as like outrageously loud.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it doesn't do it justice on video. No matter how great a microphone we had, no matter what, it just doesn't do it justice.
Right.
We were in a graveyard one night. There was nobody else in this graveyard, and we heard a woman's blood-curdling scream. It sounded like Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween, like scream, like that type of blood scream queen scream, literally 10 feet from us. I thought somebody was getting murdered in the bushes.
That's exactly what it sounded like.
We searched like 30 yards in every direction, and nobody was there. And then when we listened to it later on, it didn't sound like a tenth as good as
It's like
crazy.
a little cat meow. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I feel like
We had some sort of demon growl at us in another cemetery, and it was so loud in person, and it didn't sound as quite as good, later on being recorded. So all that stuff that we're hearing was super loud in person. Unfortunately, it just doesn't come off as great, even the footsteps and stuff. But that was a crazy room, and there's supposedly a little boy. That's why we keep asking about Jack. I don't believe there's any little boy in that room. I believe it's some sort of demonic entity trying to trick people into letting their guard down.
It didn't feel too heavy there. Like I didn't feel like I could.
When we first walked in, it felt menacing, and then towards the end, it almost lightened up, which was strange.
Yeah.
We mentioned it in the video. I heard it last night. We said, oh, it doesn't feel as bad in here as it did originally.
I think it was just like all the energy came at us at once. I feel like they were all like rushed to the door as we were walking in almost. Like that's how it felt. And then once we were there, they're like,
no, we jacked them up though too with energy.
of course.
I mean, all of our videos are brought to you by this baby right here. It's something that we invented called the Power Plant. It is an energy box. It has crystals in it. It has 2 energy pumps working together. It is made of the most high quality materials, the strongest magnets and motors that I could find. It's well over 3,000 milligauss. My EMF detector only goes up to I think 3,000 milligauss, and it blows it out within like a foot of
There's
it.
no way for you.
And the theory behind it, and it's absolutely true, is that ghosts are made of pure energy, and like you and me, they need energy to function. They do, but they have no bodies to hold it, and that's why if you've ever watched Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunters, or anything like that, their cameras constantly get drained. They'll get a minute or 2 of activity. So that's the spirit taking the energy from the camera so they can do something, throw something, make a noise, manifest. And they'll do it. And because they can't hold that energy, it's over. This is a constant energy supply for them. And it's like giving them an extension cord with a plug to plug themselves in the whole time we're there. And that's why we get nonstop paranormal activity. And we present it to you like this in less of a story form and more of a pure evidence form, because we believe that most people, whether you're a skeptic or a believer, you're watching mainly for the evidence. If I watch a ghost show, and we don't watch them too much anymore because we want to see evidence, and we just don't get a lot of that on there. It's the interviews, it's the history, and all that is great, and it goes along with it. But we want to give you ghosts. We want to give you shadow figures. We want to give you EVPs. We want to give you spirit box voices talking to us.
We want to give you the reason to believe in them.
We want to give you me getting stabbed in the leg in a morgue by something that's not there. We want to give you non-stop paranormal evidence. There's a million shows out there that'll give you the history and the interviews and the setup and all that garbage that goes on.
I do feel that we probably should be a little bit more entertaining. Like seriously.
Okay, well, I mean, you tell us. I mean, do you want to see paranormal evidence? Or do you want to see more of us putting together cameras and joking around and being goofy? What do you want to see? Okay, do you want to see the evidence? Or should we be goofy? Or should we be both? Should we be more entertaining? I don't know. I mean, I want to see ghosts.
Yeah, me too.
If I'm a true believer, I want to have more reason to believe. If I am a skeptic, I want to see something to make me not a skeptic. My favorite thing in the world is turning a skeptic into a believer.
Yeah.
But anyway, I sell the Power Plant on Etsy, on eBay, on Facebook Marketplace. There are a couple different versions of it. One has an extra spirit quartz crystal in it. I sell them in white and black, whatever your flavor is. So if you're a ghost hunter, you're a paranormal investigator, or you're even thinking about it, you spend thousands of dollars on equipment, and this one piece will be worth more than everything you have, because it makes all that worthwhile.
This will guarantee, I mean, there aren't many things that you can guarantee, but we can guarantee that if you had one of these and you go out.
You want to go to a location, flip a switch, and have activity that's nonstop? Or do you want to go there, hang around, wait for them to drain you or your equipment?
Maybe you'll get something, maybe you won't, but this is guaranteed that you will reach.
So it's under the Power Plant, eBay, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace. Let's roll that last video. It's when we're wrapping up the investigation in this bizarre room at the end of this tunnel system. It's close to 2 a.m. and the hits just keep coming. It just keeps coming. And we turn on the Vortex Spirit Box, the star of the show, and the responses we get out of that are quite interesting. So let's roll that last piece there. And again, if you have comments or questions, please put them in. We want to interact. So we'd love to talk to somebody. So throw it out.
Did you say my name?
Thank you for what?
So we do have some dust, but there's definitely...
We captured this amazing shadow figure running across the back of the room. We are standing in the pitch dark, and certainly neither one of us would be running through this room.
That's Jack. Is that Marissa? Did you hear that?
Did you just say Jack?
Did you say my name? Can you repeat that, please? Can you repeat my name, please?
In this clip, you will see mists come down from the ceiling, followed by several that float around Marissa and I, including one that seems to come out of the wall at the end, slow down, and then shoot off at a high speed from Marissa's area towards mine.
Okay, I'll shoot you. You shoot the ground. I'd rather have footage of you. Oh, stop! It's right in the chair. It's right in the chair. It's right in that chair over there. Right over there.
Oh, hi, how are you?
Can you wave? Wait, just keep it like that. Keep it like that.
Hi. What's your name?
I'd run? Why should I run? Because why? Get out of what? Oh, something crazy just went down behind you.
Well, the guy just disappeared on me.
He did?
Where'd you go?
Well, what am I seeing? What did I just see? Oh my god, I just saw an orchestra, but I just saw something really strange that I hope that I just saw that. Bro, you hear that?
Yes, I did.
That was loud. Who just made the footstep over there? This crazy loves all over the place.
Not me.
I just saw a mist. Who's down here with us? How many spirits? Oh my god.
5.
Whoa, there are spirits going off.
5. What are you saying, 5?
What are the names of the 5? Is there really a little boy named Jack down here stuck? Because that would break our heart.
Pain. Are you in pain? How many?
What did it say?
Vape.
Babe?
Vape.
They're everywhere. Oh my god, look at that one. Look at that one. Oh my god.
What year did you die?
There's a one just flew around, hung in mid-air. There he is again.
I got like 3 of those for you too.
Oh my god.
That's all.
That is
I'm sorry,
incredible.
what year was it that you died?
Were you here when this was the Genesee County Poor Farm?
Oh, I bet you know.
That's okay. Whatever. Just ride out those guys.
Okay.
Did you live here on the Poor Farm? Yes? What's your name? Let me ask you this. Do you know who stabbed me in the leg earlier in the morgue? Me.
Me.
Well, who's me? Raymond. It said Raymond again. Did you say Raymond?
That's 4.
Shh. Did you say Raymond? Yes. Get out. Raymond, why'd you stab me in the leg? So I don't attack me? Did you say I was going to attack you? Oh, did he say so the demon won't attack me? Did the demon make you do that? Yes. Raymond, did a demon make you do that?
That's right? That's what it said?
Raymond, did a demon make you stab me in the leg?
You heard that right?
You think?
What the heck? There's somebody out in that hallway.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
What's their money?
Said money?
Money.
There was something over here moving. Looks like something was moving right behind me. It's crazy. When you were here, were there predators who lived in the building that preyed on the weak?
Yes. Very cool. Thank you for that answer.
Were there pieces of garbage that hurt children?
I believe. Do you hear that?
I believe it too. Were there pieces of garbage here that hurt women?
Yeah.
What did they do? They did what?
What's incredible about what just happened is we've been hearing noises and footsteps in the hallway outside this room all night. I had just heard a noise out there, and then out of the Vortex Spirit Box comes Demon out in the... And then the Powerless app finishes that statement by saying hall.
Did you see your own body when you died? Is death miserable?
Yes.
Did you tell me what year it was?
Let's take a second to check out this explosion of spirit energy orbs from the background of the room. Notice we are standing still, not moving around, kicking up dust, and dust would appear over near the camera, not shooting from the back of the room in all different directions. Totally incredible evidence of paranormal activity.
And it's packed up. Oh shit, whoops.
Thank you. Did you hear that?
It did?
Yes, a Todd, thank you.
Thank you. Did you guys like my energy boxes, the power plant? Is it clear out?
Oh, I thought it was good.
You like that energy? Good? Alright. Nice, it said something. He goes, that's nice. Now, thank you guys. It's been cool though. The human spirits have been awesome here. The human people have not. My t-shirt says relatively paranormal. I don't know, bro. Yeah, I'm all set.
This apparition's arm with a hand on it comes out from the right hand of the screen. You can really see it in this super slow-mo enlarged video.
Would come back and miss you like that?
No, that ain't happening. What is going on? What's stopping us from closing?
So some crazy spirit orbs at the end of it. The other one was flipping through the air at the end. It was flashing. I tried to put the best ones up there, but there was thousands of them. I tried to put the best EVPs, the best spirit responses, so that it's easy as possible to follow along. If you remember, Marissa and I were there for 6 hours, and we've condensed that down to 3 episodes and probably like 40 minutes. An hour's worth of evidence.
Yeah.
But there was tons because it was nonstop the whole time we were there. Where's everybody watching from tonight? We'd like to hear from everybody if they have any comments. We are about to start our next series of investigations. Hey, Tim, we are from New Bedford. We live right near downtown. We actually live in a haunted converted school building. So we're actually streaming from a haunted location right now. Our next set of investigations that we're going to be showing you, the investigations are already done. They're in the wrapper. We just started going through the evidence, and it's going to be a series on the Bridgewater Triangle. If you're not familiar with that, it's an area that's like Bridgewater to Freetown to Sonair, Lakeville, Middleborough. You can look it up. The Hockomock Swamp is in there, the Freetown State Forest. But we did 3 notorious locations in the triangle. The first one being Anawan Rock, the site of an Indian massacre. It's a huge, like 50-foot rock that we investigated down below. up above, all over the thing. The activity was out of control. The Wampanoag tribe there definitely came out in force to interact with us. They were awesome.
Yeah.
Then we went to Village Cemetery, a notoriously haunted Revolutionary War cemetery, also in Rehoboth. That was definitely wickedly haunted. It was out of control. And we went to the Oliver House in Middleborough, the Peter Oliver Estate. Again, a pre-Revolutionary War mansion. Lots of death there, unfortunately, including children. And we went to all these locations twice. So we think we're going to do, Anawan Rock, Oliver House, Village Cemetery, all the first time we went. And then we're going to go back and do the second times we went and give you different looks of those locations. But it is going to be awesome. We are so excited to bring it to you. We're going to try to get on here every single week.
It would be kind of fun to get to the Freetown State Forest.
I wouldn't know where to go in there, though. You could just wander around the forest looking for ghosts. I mean, there's a lot of animals to it, stuff. But we're going to also investigate some more places, before the end of the summer. If you have any suggestions for us, any places where you would like to see us go, please email us at relativelyparanormal.com. Again, if you're having paranormal problems and you need help, we're happy to do it. We don't charge for investigations or cleansings or anything like that. We can actually help you. We're not just kind of come videotape and leave. We've been researching this for 10 years, and we can empathize with you. We are living in a haunted house. We lived in another haunted house a decade ago. We bring a different perspective to this field because we have lived it. We have lived it. And then we spent 10 years obsessed with researching it for answers for ourselves, and then decided to help other people. So please go to our website, relativelyparanormal.com. There's a booking form at the end. And again, there's tons of video content there from Wickedly Haunted and our Relatively Paranormal investigations on that website. We have a Facebook group, Relatively Paranormal. And again, any suggestions, please comment them in here, email us, whatever. We don't know every haunted location around here. We can't do Fort Tabor. We can't do the Armory. But we will go anyplace else as long as it's legal. If anyone knows someone that can get us into the Lakeville Sanatorium, we'd love to go. We don't know who owns it, but we'd love to get in there. We'll sign a waiver. If we fall through the floor, we won't sue you. Whatever, or any other place, please comment and get ready for a series of investigations that is going to be absolutely incredible on the Bridge Water Triangle. And we're going to try to get to a couple more spots before the end of the summer in the Triangle. So you just keep that series going, probably right up until Halloween. And then we have two major investigations coming up. One, the haunted Victorian in Gardner, Mass., the S.K. Pierce Mansion, it's called. It's been on every paranormal show, from Paranormal Witness to A Haunting. And we have that house all to ourselves for 6 hours. And then we just booked the Burlington County Prison, a 19th century prison in New Jersey that we are going to have for the night. And it's going to be just Marissa and I. Brandon can't go.
Just us.
Just us again. Rolling Hills Asylum, that place.
Oh,
and we expect the same time. We've never done a prison. We are exploding with excitement to get into that place.
That's going to be nice.
And we're going to litter it with equipment.
Yeah.
We actually just got this piece right here. It is a full spectrum GoPro camera with a full spectrum and infrared light. What full spectrum is we can't see ultraviolet, we can't see infrared. We film what we bring to that black and white video is infrared. We can't see a thing in that room unless we're looking through the little viewfinder. It is pitch black. The only reason that we can see on camera is the infrared. This has an infrared light here and then another infrared ultraviolet light here. Now we can choose to just go infrared, but we can also add just ultraviolet, skipping the visible spectrum. We believe that ghosts mainly exist in those two light spectrums.
So how
infrared and
will
ultraviolet.
everybody else be able to view it?
What do you mean?
Like, is it going to be black and white?
Well, it is going to kind of look like that. You can watch our episodes either on our YouTube channel, Relatively Paranormal, or you can go right to our website, relativelyparanormal.com, and there's two video players, one for Relatively Paranormal full investigations and one for all the Wickedly Haunted episodes. You can watch, if you just want to see Wickedly Haunted, the show you're watching now, you can also go to New Bedford Guide, where we have a playlist there. So you can binge watch all you want. as much paranormal evidence as you can stand, and as much as us talking about it. But what you're going to see with this is 4K. It's going to be a great picture, and it's going to kind of look like the infrared, only with a purplish hue to it, but it's going to be much sharper. It's going to be much clearer and brighter, probably less pixelation, and it's going to be awesome. I may, if it doesn't look too goofy, wear it on a hat or something. It's got a hat wear. I may put it on my chest. Comment if you want to see me wear a GoPro on my head during investigation, or strap it to my chest, or whatever. I don't mind looking goofy if it brings us paranormal evidence.
Maybe you can find a way to get on those cool glasses with the lights.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry about the horrible glasses, but you gotta understand I'm responsible for most of the equipment. Marissa helps as much as she can, but a lot of it is a pain in the butt, and without being able to see, trying to hold a flashlight and set up all that equipment is not fun.
Yeah,
It's not fun.
Things off.
You know, oh yeah, I did keep forgetting to shut them off, but you know, I do have the brain damage from the bad tooth infection. But anyway, I digress. It is not easy. A lot of work does go into it. It's why we're looking for sponsors now to advertise with us to help us out.
We're also looking for maybe somebody who'd like to join.
Oh yes. All right. Before we let you go, if anybody is good with camera work, is interested in the paranormal, and would like to come investigate, all you need to have is an open mind, a positive attitude, and a passion for the paranormal. You can be skeptical, but you got to have an open mind. You got to have an open mind, okay? And if you know anything about camera work, stuff like that, where you can help out on that end, even if you just know how to look through a camera on a tripod.
That's all I know.
It's either Marissa and I, or Marissa, I am Brandon, and we now have 8 different cameras.
Yeah, too many cameras, not enough cameras.
Infrared, full spectrum, FLIR, thermal cameras. We now have 9 cameras. We have 9 cameras now.
Oh, yes. We have an extra SLS.
We have another SLS camera, which is the stick figure camera. The guy you saw dancing around came off the chair.
Love the dancing guys.
I'll tell you what was awesome about that is we scanned that room for 30, 40 minutes with that SLS camera and never saw anything. I handed it to Marissa. She swung around and boom, you could see somebody sitting on a chair. That is not a false positive.
No.
He was clearly sitting on the chair. He hops off, starts dancing around. I know what he was dancing around. It did look like a little kid. But again, I have a hard time thinking that a little kid would be stuck in that horrible room for 200 years. But I guess it could happen.
It actually can.
You never know. But please get involved in the future. We love interacting with our viewers. Please share this on your social media if you like it, love it, whatever. You know, please help us grow so that we can continue to bring you the best paranormal evidence anywhere on TV or video. And of course, from our family to yours, as always, we want to thank you so much for viewing. We had a blast. That's our daughter, Julia, the youngest ghost hunter. Soon enough, she will be coming with us. She just actually did a daytime ghost hunt with us, and she was awesome. And you'll be seeing that soon, too, as well. So everybody from our family to us, everybody wave.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll see you next Friday. We're going to try to do this every single week. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Wickedly Haunted. You guys are the best. Thanks.